I just thought I'd tell you about my journey as a carer. Some people become carers gradually, other people all of a sudden. And for me, being a carer has been a real journey with a definite start, middle and end. The start was at 6:15 on the 5th of April 2005. I got a call to say that my husband had had a car accident. Until that day, he'd been in charge of a team at Olympia Exhibition Centre responsible for fire and security. He worked long hours, and on his days off he rode between 30 and 50 miles on his bike, which was supposed to be his way to relax. I was a stockbroker with my own office and very confident. I'd built up a large client base and often travelled up to London and had been to America alone with my job. We had our own group of friends and socialised separately. Thus, we saw very little of each other except on our regular holidays. However, on the 5th of April 2005, both of our worlds crumbled. My husband had only broken a small bone in his neck. He wore a brace for 6 weeks, and we were told that after some physiotherapy, everything would be fine. He did not get better, and over the next 18 months, he became severely depressed and was struggling to walk or exercise. After 12 months, he had to stop working, and he couldn't manage to drive to London or carry out his job. 2 months after that, I had to stop working as his illness had impacted on my ability to manage my business. In September 2006, he was diagnosed as having Parkinson's, so what had been a bad dream now turned into a nightmare. He took the diagnosis badly and quickly deteriorated. The middle came at a time when I was at my lowest point. We'd registered at Beversbrook Surgery in Calne. They'd asked me to be put on the carers register. At first I said no, as I did not think I was a carer. When I collected my husband's prescriptions from the pharmacy, there was often a leaflet in the bag with information about the carers register. One day when I was in the surgery with my husband, I finally agreed to be put on the register. After that, I started getting letters inviting me to carers clinics at the surgery. Again, I always declined. On one particular occasion, I had just thrown the letter away, but the surgery rang to say they had a space at the next clinic. It was the next day, and would I like to come along? I was feeling at rock bottom and felt that it wouldn't do any harm to go along. I went to the clinic where I was sent in to see the nurse, and I dissolved in floods of tears. I then went to see Helen Gough and again burst into tears. Helen had a chat with me and said that she only had 10 minutes, that she didn't feel there was enough time to find a solution to help with my role as a carer. That a support worker would call me the next day to give me some advice, which they did, and I had some free counselling, joined focus groups at which I made new friends, went on walks and had free pampering sessions, all of which helped me cope with caring for my husband. The end for me came on the 17th of February 2012, when I woke to spend another difficult day caring for my husband, but he passed away. So my role as a carer ended as abruptly as it started. However, I know that there are many people who still get up every morning to care for their partner, child, parent, friend, neighbour, etc. They probably hate being a carer as much as I did. I found it frustrating and boring, but as a wife I was expected that I fell into this role and accepted it. That's why a carers clinic at the GP surgeries are so important, as it makes carers who are isolated and probably do not think of themselves as carers to accept their role. It also gives them the chance to take part in activities and receive support from carer support to help them carry on. That's probably a bit throwing the paper on.